Gets me every time. Yeah, it's pretty powerful, you know, to have 3 of my own children, but then to go to the other side of the world and to meet this person. It's just someone I sponsored, you know, at a place like this, at an event like this, and you just go, yeah, let's do that. We could do that. It's not that much money. But to go and actually experience the accountability, as I said, it's the accountability that I was impressed with. And the adults behind her was her mom and dad and other children. So first, she came to the little compassion area where they have all this stuff going on for kids, schooling, nutritional, 1-2 meals a day, etc. But as a result of that, her mom and dad got saved, like genuinely born again. I mean, it was amazing. Like the dad was just full of life. And he had just been saved like 5 months. And he's a cab driver. And it was just so fun. We took them out to eat at a Hilton, and they, of course, with their hands, you know, so it was just, so I was like, I put my fork down, of course, and let me try that, and teach me how to do that. So, anyway, so I'm not into guilt trips or manipulation, whether when it comes to worship or when it comes to asking people to respond. I'm not going to do that to you. I never like that. But I just want to challenge you and just make you realize it's not that much. Even if you feel like you're not doing that well financially, the fact that we live in America and that we have probably air conditioning and you have a car probably, it's like you're in the 5%, upper 5% of the whole world. And to walk through these slums, to go into that house, 5 people living in one room, a dirt floor, and then 3 times a year, so there's a river that runs behind, by the way, and everybody uses that for the bathroom. Isn't that exciting? And then 3 times a year, that river, because of storms, overflows and just comes right into your living room. Imagine how fun that would be. So, anyway, so it just feels awesome to just play a small part in encouraging financially, but also through letters and prayer. And also, my wife and I sponsored a boy years ago from the Philippines. He was 11, now he's 22, and we couldn't stop. We were supposed to stop at 18, but then we were so connected, we kept sending him money. We helped him get through college, and he's got a degree now, and he lives in the Philippines. He's 22 years old, and yet we've never met him yet. But I'm hoping to meet him, but sorry, thanks for your patience. Bottom line is, we're just asking if you would consider sponsoring a child. I think if you're a couple, if you're a church worship team, I thought, how cool would that be? Maybe if you've never sponsored a child, you could sponsor a child. Or maybe as a team, you could say, you know what? How about if our worship team sponsors a child? And that'll just be a reminder to us that worship is more than music. Worship's more than Sunday morning and microphones and guitar solos. But worship is loving God and loving others through our actions, through compassion. So there is a girl here. Let's see. There's a young girl from India. I asked, hey, do you have another one from India? So this child lives in a country with high risk for children's rights violations anyway. India. So no commitment, but just wonder if somebody would be brave enough to go, I'll pray about it. I'll consider it, because we're going to take a break, 10-minute break here, and that will let you go use the restroom and also go by the compassion table. And maybe there's a kid from, Colombia or Chile or Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda. You feel drawn to a certain country. But anybody just boldly want to just say, I'll pray about it. I'm not going to commit it. Do you mind coming up? Wow, it's tough. Everybody stand up in that row. Do you mind? All right, I'll give it to you in a minute. I'll give it to you. Wow, you are locked in. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So that's a girl in India. And then here's a young man who, it's tough as they get a little bit older. He's been waiting, 13 months. Would love to have an immediate sponsorship. He looks about 12 to me. But he lives in India, and they're just precious, precious, precious people. So a young man, anybody, just boldly go, I'll consider it. Let me consider it. Okay, thank you. Looks like a family. Is that a husband and wife with 2 kids? Is that husband and wife with 2 kids? Come on up. Oh, let me see the kids. Look at your girl. She's so cute. Hey. Hi. How are you? Thanks. And again, you could take it to the table if there's someone else that's on your heart. But let me see the other. Can you introduce your family real quick?
Macy.
Hi, Macy. Say hi.
Hi.
And what's your name?
Riley.
Riley, you're the big sister. Okay, this is Dad. Hey, Dad. What's your name? Brian. Where are you guys from? Hereford, Texas, right? Not too far from you, right? Cool. Well, thank you. Pleasure. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Riley. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Awesome. And it's Macy.
Macy.
Macy, just like the big store. Want to stand up here? Okay, will you help me? We're going to tell everybody, say,
We're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Yeah. Thank you, Macy. So thank you for listening, and I just pray God would move on your heart. I'd love to sponsor 15, 20 kids this weekend. That would be pretty awesome. That'd be really cool. Be a blessing. So stand up and use the restroom, stop by Compassion Table. We'll see you in about 10, 15 minutes. We've got a lot more worship to do tonight. Singing, I should say.